Well, hello once again, guys. My weekly commissioner's note video thing, whatever. Welcome back. You guys have been gone for a while. I don't know where you were. Yeah. Anyway, so this week was a fantastic week. I completely kicked ass, as you can see. It was beautiful. We had some close matches between, Will and Mike. Yeah. And yeah, it was a pretty good week overall. Aaron lost once again. Who would have guessed? Dad came back and not destroyed, but with a nice final push, 2-minute drill, you could say. Beat the lovely Ashlyn Marshall. Good job, Dad. That was fantastic. And Ginger is still the flying pig, or whatever. Yeah, so, fun week, blah, blah, blah. What I really want to talk about is the playoffs, because those are just around the corner. We have 3 more weeks of regular season play, and then it's going to be a 3-week playoff. It's a 6-team playoff this season. The first week, number 1 and number 2 have a bye. Number whatever it is, it's over here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. This is not the actual people. Number 1 and number 2 have a bye. 5 plays 4 and 6 plays 3. How these are going to be placed is not going to be automatic, whatever the computer says, because figuring that crap out was stupid, and the rules that they had to choose from were, retarded. So the way this season's going to work out, which I set back before the season started, so don't think I'm making this up now, the 3 division champions will go through and be 1, 2, and 3. That is based on overall record. So, for instance, Ginger is currently 8-2. She is obviously the head of our division in terms of overall performance. The way that they will be placed in 1, 2, and 3 is going to be based on their overall record. So currently Ginger would be number 1 because she has the best record. In the event of a tie, it will go to the number of points for to place that in order. And in the event of another tie, the final tiebreaker will be points against. Spots 4 and 5 are going to be the next 2 best records that are not currently in the playoffs. So the non-division champions with the best records. Again, the same tiebreakers, points for and points against, if there ends up being a tie with that. And the final spot, the 6th place, is going to go to the team that has the most points for out of everyone else. Tiebreaker for that being points against. And then the final tiebreaker would be head-to-head matchups. I don't think we should ever need to go beyond 4 tiebreakers or 3 tiebreakers. That'd be stupid. If that happens, then some crazy shit's going on. So yeah, those are the 6 places that are going into the playoffs. And there will also be, obviously, the consolation ladder, which will be placed according to overall record, and then the tiebreakers as per normal. So that's how it's going to go. If there are any questions, let me know. But that seems like the most fair way to do it. Division leaders, overall records, and then getting the guy that happened to be screwed over in wins, but has a team that's performing well, to get in there as well. It probably will actually end up being the next person with the best record, to be honest. But that was just what it was, and what I came up with a while ago. Even though currently I'm the point leader. Cheers. That wasn't biased towards me or anything. So, just to add some intrigue and funness, I took some notes on the current standings of the fantastic league of ours. In the East, we have Team Marshall taking up the top spot with Rachel close behind her, 1 game behind, and Can of Whoop Ass 2 games behind. Rachel has a pretty easy run for the rest of the season. The way our league goes, anything can happen. We have some crazy upsets going on, so who knows. But she has a pretty decently easy run. I'll pull it up. So no, go over here so you guys can check that out. Yeah, playing Team Cobb, playing Mike, and my horse sister. Yeah, so she has a pretty decently easy run. We'll see how that goes. How is Team Cobb beating Ashlyn? Ashlyn, what happened to you? Jen faces 2 easy guys, except she finishes with Ginger, so that's going to be interesting. And that might even end up being a tie at the top of that league, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, in the West, so that's over here. Currently, it's a 3-way tie in the West, which is ridiculous. Mike, you are completely out of the running. Sucks to be you. And also, we have some interdivision play going on for the rest of the season too. Ashlyn has a pretty tough schedule, facing Ginger, Rachel, and Chris. Chris is playing Ashlyn, Jen, and Will. And Will, I don't have what he's playing written down. I don't know why I just didn't write it down. There's tons of conference games. It could come down to the final game is Will versus Chris, which is a conference game, which could end up deciding who's going to win this, which is pretty fantastic. But Chris plays both Ashlyn and Will, so if he can win both of those, then I'm pretty sure he has a pretty good chance at doing some awesome things and playing in the playoffs. In somewhere else, Ginger currently has a pretty solid 2-game lead, which is going to be hard to catch up to. She is playing Mike, which is pretty much a guaranteed win. Jen, which is going to be hard, and Ashlyn, which is who knows. So, I mean, she's probably going to end up winning this. That's pretty much the closest thing to a lock that we currently have in terms of a division champion. So hopefully Ashlyn and Jen can take care of business and knock her down a peg. That would be fantastic. But we'll see. For the next place thing, not division champions, but their highest record. Currently, the best record is Ginger sitting 8-2, followed by Jen 7-3, and then we have 3 teams with 6 wins. That'd be Rachel, Buddy, and the Cobbs, and then 4 teams sitting at 5 wins. That is Dad, Ashlyn, Chris, and Will. So, if currently, given how it is, the 6-4 teams have a pretty solid chance of at least getting in on this schedule, unless they kind of drop the ball horribly and the 5 teams lift themselves up. Jen and Ginger are between probably or possibly winning their divisions, and the record pretty much a solid lock for getting the playoffs unless they horribly screw up. Rachel and me are pretty good, and then the Cobbs look like they're doing some pretty fantastic things. They could take over and win the division or get in through record. Dad, Ashlyn, Chris, and Will, you might just have your game up. The last spot points for, heading that up, is me with 1,055. That is over 100 points over anyone else, just so you guys know. It's pretty epic margin of lead right there. Ginger comes in second, Rachel, Ashlyn, Chris, Will, Doug. So, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a pretty hard fight for those spots. After this week, we'll have a much better playoff picture, and in the final week, we're going to have a pretty good playoff picture, which I'll try to keep you guys up to date on. But mostly just wanted to add some intrigue with a bit of fancy notes on doing commissioner things. You see that? And let you guys know what the playoff picture or playoff rules will be with that. Another fun thing, the final week of the season. There's actually a week of the regular season for NFL that is after our championship game. That is a free-for-all everyone versus everyone. Just it's a 1 week go. The reason for that is because of if any teams have locked in playoffs, they're not going to play their starting players, and people are going to get screwed over. And who knows? And we don't want our championship game to be during that week. So it's a free-for-all, massive bowl game of awesomeness that is just super bragging rights, pretty much. Yeah, but that is it. Things are fun. I will have more playoff picture for you guys next week. Let me see if I can stop this video now. Peace.